have no limit. Although it might seem impossible, it's possible. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's your girl Des B. So I've been waiting forever to finally get the chance to make this video, and I've been a homeowner for more than 6 months now, so I'm super excited. And yeah, so let's get into it. Before I even put into motion, like physically and stuff, actually having a home, I had already made it up in my mind. I actually made a video on Instagram saying that I was gonna be a homeowner by the end of the year. I will be a homeowner by the end of the year, and I think I want you guys to be on the journey with me. So I'm going to make a highlight on my page dedicated to my journey with locking in this first house and the steps that I'm about to take to do it. So before I even get started, mortgage is literally the monthly payment that you are paying every month, just like you would be a rent. The money that you are paying every month, it's going to the loan that you've taken out on your house. So eventually you're gonna pay off your house and the house is gonna be yours, like completely yours. Like it can be in your name now, but it's going to be yours. Like you don't have to worry about paying anybody to live in your house. So passive ownership, boom, that's what I'm gonna be referencing now. So let me scroll down. So step 1 on my page, boom bop bop, get a job, okay? When I put forth that video saying that I was gonna be a homeowner by the end of the year, I had no job, was getting kicked out of my dorm because of COVID. I hadn't even graduated yet, bro. Like, it was just a mess. I went through the steps on how I got my provisional license, which means that even though I didn't go to college for teaching, that I can still teach for 3 years, and they'll give me that 3 years to take the necessary classes. Oh my gosh, y'all. Guess who just got her contract? Guess who just got hired? Guess who just got hired? Like, for real though, like, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Step 2 on my page was increase your credit score, decrease your debt, and figure out what you can afford. I use Credit Karma to check my score, and like I said, figure out what you can afford. I have this amount coming in, but how much is going out toward bills and how much is left over, and whatever percentage you get from that equation, that is what a lot of mortgage lenders are going to use when they try to figure out how much they want to loan you. The lower that percentage, the better, because if you have a high percentage, which means if you have money coming in, but a lot of that money is going toward bills like credit cards and car payments, then they're going to be less likely to loan you a huge amount of money, because they're going to be like, how are you going to pay for it if you don't have leftover money from, you know, the bills that you paid? Step 3 is figuring out your loan options. The mortgage lenders are the people who are going to be giving you the money for your house. They're going to be loaning you the money. And these can be banks, credit unions, private companies. Just research local mortgage lenders. Have all these questions ready. You can call multiple. If they're not trying to answer your question, go to somebody else, bro. Make sure that you're not getting all of these mortgage lenders to pull your credit and all that stuff. Like, no. Every time somebody pulls your credit score, you have the risk of it lowering it. And in my case, the mortgage lenders that I went to, they were extremely helpful. They applied to grants for me. Grants that I got like down payment assistance. So typically you have like a percentage of down payment you have to pay. But in my case, I was able to get a grant that covered 2% of the 3% of the down payment I would have to pay. So I only have to pay 1% of down payment, y'all, which is crazy, because a lot of people think you have to have all this money saved up, when the truth is, like, there are grants out there for first-time home buyers. Like, I repeat, there are grants out there for first-time home buyers, and there's also options out there for no down payment at all. That's why it's so important to call mortgage lenders and be like, hey, what's up? Like, what can I do? I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me? Like, what do I do? Where do I go? Help. They'll tell you what you can do, and once you figure out a mortgage lender that you like, you can ask them to run your credit score. Step 4 is decide what kind of house you want. Kind of have already in mind before you start working with a real estate agent what you're looking for in a house. Are you looking for a big backyard? Are you looking for a 2-story house? Are you looking for a 1-story house? Like, what are you looking for? Some of the things that I didn't want to settle on, I wanted a yard. I wanted it to be 2-story. I wanted my payments to be a certain amount. Step 5 is choose a lender and get pre-approved. So I chose a lender, and the lender I chose she ran my credit score and she told me how much they're willing to loan me based on my credit. Like, say they're just like, okay, I'm gonna give you $500,000. That does not mean go out and find a house for $500,000 and spend all your coins, because if you do that, you're gonna be in trouble. You have to keep in mind, they're not taking into consideration the other things that you have to take care of in order to live. Like, girl, if you like to get your hair did, you think your mortgage lender is gonna factor in that? No. If you like to get your nails done, like, they don't care. They don't care about your gas. Even though I got approved for this price, I made it a point to myself that I didn't want to go over this price because I knew I couldn't afford any higher monthly payments. So they'll break that down to you too, like talking to a mortgage lender. They'll explain what a certain price will be every month. Once they give you that max amount, that is called your pre-approval. And some real estate agents won't work with you until you have that pre-approval. That's what shows a lot of real estate agents that you're serious. Now, there are a lot of real estate agents out there, mine, which they'll work with you before you have a pre-approval letter. They'll walk you through all the steps that I just told you guys, and they'll tell you what you need to do in order to get to the point of getting an actual real estate agent. And there's some people who will help you through this process. Like, you are not alone. The next step, step number 6, find a real estate agent. I found my real estate agent. She's dope. She's amazing. She's awesome. My real estate agent's name is Kismaya Sapp, and she is with Clock Tower Realty. I repeat, Kismaya Sapp. Hit her up. She actually put me in contact with the mortgage lender that I ended up going with. So like I said, you can do these steps in like a different order if you need to. She would send me different listings. She would send me things to my email. Whenever I found a house that I liked, then I would call my mortgage lender and I would tell them, like, hey, I'm interested in this house. This is how much it is. How much will my monthly payments be? And that was extremely helpful because, like, I know what my budget is, but I don't know the exacts. Like, I don't know how much I would end up paying a month. So I need to know how much I would end up paying a month before I buy a house, because I don't want to get myself into something I can't handle. You know what I'm saying? I did keep looking and I found this house that I'm in right now. So I put in my offer for the house. I went in at asking price. So what that means is the price that was listed, that's the price that I offered. This is what happens when you have an awesome agent who is going to advocate for you. She said that I could write a letter with my offer, and I pretty much explained, you know, like, hey, I'm a first-time home buyer. This house is perfect for me for this, and this reason. Like, I really hope that you consider my offer. Maya sent in that letter with my offer. Because when you put in an offer, you're in competition for everybody else who likes the house. So you have to try to make your offer stand out. I got a call from Maya and she was like, it's between you and another like offer. So I was in competition and they wanted me to raise my price. So the seller asked both of us, me and the other person, they asked if I wanted to increase my offer. And I'm just like, you want me to what? So the competitive person in me, you know, I was like, yeah, bro, we're gonna get this house. We're gonna go higher. But then the realistic person in me was like, Destiny, no, like, what are you doing? Don't go higher. Like, you have a budget, stick to it. So I was like, no, I'm gonna keep my offer. I'm not going any higher. Now, mind you, I only had that offer in my letter that I didn't know was gonna carry that much weight, but obviously it did, because the people I was competing with, they offered $7,000 over their original offer, and I kept mine the same. And their reason was because it's not always about money. And I was just like, what? So my offer got accepted. They accepted my offer, so we signed a contract, we signed an agreement, and I went on realtor.com and my house, or my future house, was pending. Little old me has a pending house on realtor.com. When a house becomes pending, it's pretty much off limits. I thank God, bro. Like, I really thank God. Like, until you daydream about something and you're speaking about something, you're praying about it, and then it happens, like, it happens, it's kind of like unreal. It's like, wait, God, I knew we was talking about this, but like, it happened. Like, what? I'm gonna just stop at that step. But after that, it took like maybe a little over a month for like processing of things, processing of paperwork, you know, inspections of the house and everything before I officially got my keys to move in. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. I'm not an expert yet. I can try to help you as much as I can. That was my main purpose of making this video. That's the main purpose of my Path to Ownership page, is to bring you guys along this journey with me and to show you that it's possible, even though I'm still figuring out the ropes myself. And even if you go through these steps and you figure out that you still can't buy a house, still know that it's possible. It just might take more time. But don't just throw out the whole idea of owning a home just because you may not be able to do it right at this moment. I hope that me sharing my story has inspired you guys to go out there and chase your dreams. Don't forget to be great and like, comment, and subscribe. Ugh. My sister told me I could start paying on my college loans while I was still in college. They don't want to tell you that. Like, they don't want to tell you that. So I feel like that really helped me. My sophomore year, I might use some of the refunds I would get to put toward my student debt. It might be only for salary positions, I'm not sure, but I was literally on my job, y'all, for only 2 months before I bought this house.
Damn, you look good.
Thanks. Thanks, babe. Oh. That's how important this video is. I'm putting food to the side because I want to finish, but I'm about to crush this sandwich after this. Anyway, back to this.